Hi folks, this is Vincent Adderley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to play Turing Machine. So in the last video that we covered, we did like an intro game. It was pretty quick, but we explained the rules and explained how the game was played via an example/demo. Today we're just going to play one and see how well we do. We are playing via the app. I'll go ahead and turn down the brightness so you can see that somewhat. This is the code that we're using. We're doing solo and co-op mode. And we're using 6 criteria this time. These are the letters and numbers that you would use to set up the cards as appropriate. And I've already shown you how to do that in the prior video, so we'll just get right down to it.
Can I see the resume book real quick? With the resume empty cover.
Let's see. All right, so again, we're looking for a 3-digit number, and the questions that we can ask it, starting with A, the triangle compared to the number 3, so we're going to ask it something relating to the number 3. Yellow, is it even or is it odd? We're going to be asking that question. This one for C is if the number of 3s in the code. We saw that in the last game. This one is if the blue triangle is greater than the purple circle number. For E, we've got which color's number is smaller than either of the others. So we want to make sure that we're going to pick, we don't want them to all be the same. We want to make sure that we don't want 2 low numbers.
Yep.
So that we get an improbable answer. We can ask it that. We can pick a number with 2 low numbers in it. We just have to make sure not to ask it this question because that's an impossible answer because you have 2. If you pick 1, 1, 5, for example, blue and yellow will both be 1s, and these would both be true, and you can't get a red. Both of these can't be a green check mark, and both of these cannot be a red X. Only if this is green true.
Yeah.
But so if we ask it this question, we need to make sure that it's one unique low value.
It would be an X, right?
Yeah, if you asked a card a question with 2 qualifiers, you're going to get an X because it's not going to have it can't answer that question.
Okay.
And then this one is the number of even numbers compared to the number of odd numbers.
Oh, cool.
So 1, 3, 4, there's more odd than even. So you would compare it against that.
Cool. All right.
All right. So where would you like to start with your 3-digit guess?
It's your turn.
No, go for it.
You did first last game.
No, go for it.
Go ahead.
I'm curious to see where you come up with.
Oh, come on.
Fine.
All right, thank you.
The number of 3s in the code, even and odd. I mean, I don't know where to start because there's 6 qualifiers here. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. I'm trying to find something if the triangle is even or odd. I think we start with that one for sure, just to get rid of it.
If the triangle?
I'm sorry, the square.
Okay.
So, that way we know we will never have to ask this question ever again.
Yeah, and you could also ask, could do...
I'm gonna do 1 for square. I'm going to do... I want to pick high numbers so I can maybe ask it this one. This is the number of even numbers compared to the number of odd numbers. I might ask it that as well just to get rid of it.
Okay.
So I'm going to make sure that we've got more even numbers than odd, which it's... So maybe we'll do, or for this one, maybe we'll do 3 for blue. And
that's yellow. Oh, 1 for yellow. I see.
So 3 for blue, 1 for yellow, and something for purple.
All right.
I might do, I don't know. We can just do 4. Sure. Actually, yeah, we'll do 4.
Okay.
And so 3, 1, 4. So we're going to grab blue 3, purple 4.
Okay.
And yellow 1. Out of the matrix.
Interesting.
3, 1, 4. And we're going to ask it 3 questions. Let's get rid of this one. Is yellow even or odd? Right now we're saying it's odd because we picked the number 1. So, based on that,
Are we wrong?
it's a green check mark. So now we know that yellow is an odd number.
So it will never be 2 or 4.
So under B, I'm going to put a check mark. And under the B, I'm just going to write square is odd. Just as a reminder that, this is verified now. We know that square is odd.
Okay. You can also cross out 2 and 4.
Correct. So we can cross out 2 and 4 on the yellow column.
Cool.
Okay, so we're getting there. The next thing we want to ask it is this one, which is, are there more evens than odds? In this case, we're asking it, are there more odds than evens? Because we've got a 1 and a 3, which is odd, and 1 even, which is 4. So,
so are there less evens than odds?
Correct. Is even less than odd? No. So is even less than, that means there's more even numbers than odd numbers.
Yes.
So we're going to put an X under F. And just mention under F, more even than odd. Okay? Which is crazy. You know what that means. Because yellow is 5, 3, or 1, and there's more evens than odds, blue and purple cannot be 5, 3, or 1. Do you understand where I'm going with that?
Yes, because, I get it.
If there's more even, and if yellow is odd, and there's more evens than odds, then that means blue and purple have to be even.
Yes.
Correct?
So you can cross out a bunch of
So
numbers.
we're going to do, so 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So this is kind of what we have. And that was just our second question out of the 3 that we can ask. So we never have to ask these again. So I'm just gonna flip them over.
Oh.
We don't need these anymore. We have the answer. We're never gonna ask these ever again.
Okay.
Why would we need to?
I see.
So just as a reminder, I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Now we can focus on these 4 other questions because these are not so clear cut.
Yes.
So what would we ask for 314? What do we want to know? The smallest number out of all of these is a yellow 1. We would be asking it, yellow is smaller than blue or purple. Do we want to ask it that? If we ask it that and it says yes, then that means, well, it could still be a 3 and then maybe 4.
It
It could be a lot of things. How about purple compared to blue? Or do we ask it flat out, is blue equal to 3 on this one? Or do we ask it the number of 3s in the code?
Well, we know that it's not a 3 at all, so we know that it's not this one.
How do you know?
Because you have 3 crossed out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So blue has to be greater than or less than 3. So maybe this one, the number of 3s in the code, regardless of color. We are asking it, if we get a check mark on this, we get 1 positive. Okay, if we ask it this, the number of 3s in the code, and we only have 1 3 in here. We are asking it this, 1 3. If we get a yes, then we know square is 3.
It has to be 3. Yeah,
if we get a green check mark. So I'm thinking about asking it C. What do you think?
Okay. Is blue. So with this one, we would be asking it this first question, right?
Is blue less than purple? Yes.
Less than 4.
Is blue less than purple in the code? Is what we're asking it, because blue is less than purple in our example. Yeah, asking this is pointless. We already know the answer.
I would say either one.
I'm fine. I'm curious.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we get a check mark on this, then we'll know exactly what that is.
Okay.
So we got an X, which means that there is not 1 3 in the code. Because of that, if there's not 1 3 in the code and blue and purple cannot be, so this is completely gone.
Unless it's 2. Oh no.
It's gonna be this 0 3s. Only because we have all the 3's crossed out.
Yeah.
So if we ask it this in the future,
It's
we
gonna
would
be
ask, just to verify, we would ask 0 3's.
Yeah.
So we're good with that. So that was our first number series that we asked. And again, we can ask 3 questions per number that we guess.
Is that an X on C?
It is. All right.
Curious.
And now we move on to round 2 and we pick some new numbers. We've got a 1. Yellow can be a 1 or a 5. Blue can be a 2 or 4, or purple can be a 2 or a 4. So do we ask it? What do we ask it? Do we ask it if we can? We can ask it this for sure. That will tell us if blue is 2 or 4. It's because if it's less than 3, it's 2. If it's greater than 3, it's 4. It has to be.
That's true.
So this should be our first question.
You could also do the same thing with that one.
What if blue is equal to purple? Blue could equal purple.
That's true.
That won't tell us what blue is in that case. I suggest we do this first.
Okay.
And then we ask it this to see if it's equal to or greater or less than. So what if we pick... Okay, these two need to be the same number. So I propose...
what do you mean these two need to be the same number?
Blue and purple need to be the same number. That would allow us to figure out purple as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because once we figure out what blue is, if we figure out that blue is 4, all we need to know is that number equal to purple?
I know. I'm trying to figure out if we can use this as well.
Well, that's going to be used to figure out what yellow is. So we're going to use these 3 in some way. These two have to be the same, either a 2 or a 4. And then yellow has to be... maybe we do 1 and then 2 and 2. 1, 2, and 2.
You mean 2, 1, 2?
Yeah, 2, 1, 2. And there's a method for my madness.
Okay.
Okay? And we'll see how that goes. The first thing I'd like to ask it, 2, 1, 2.
The only problem is that this is just going to be an X. Because
Why?
you have 2 equal numbers. And there's no equal there.
No. In this question, it's asking you to look at the lowest number.
Oh.
1. I'm using this card to figure out what yellow is. And I'm using these two to figure out what purple...
Is it the sum of these two?
No,
or
just it says which
greater?
color's number is smaller than either of the others.
Okay.
So you're going to look at
sum.
in this case, we're going to look at the middle qualifier.
I see.
Yellow is the smallest out of these 3. So we're going to ask it, is yellow less than these other 2?
And if it's not...
And if it's not, then it's 5.
We know it's 5. I see.
Yes. So we should have the answer after this round.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is ask it this first, and that is an X. So that means that, so blue is not less than 3. Because blue is 2. We asked it, is blue less than 3?
Okay.
We got an X.
So that means
that blue has to be 4.
Yes.
Right? So we got an X on A. Now we know what 4 is. Now we're going to use that information with this one to figure out. We're asking it, is blue equal to purple? And let's see what the answer is. It is. Blue is equal to purple.
It's 4.
So purple is also 4.
Okay.
Now we ask it this question, which is yellow less than the other 2?
But, I see.
And depending on a yes or no, we'll know what the other number is.
I see.
So it's a check mark.
So
yellow is less than the others. So based on that information, yellow has to be 1 because 2 and 3 already crossed out. Had it said no, then we'd know it was 5. So the answer is 414.
Yes.
Okay?
I agree.
So let's go ahead and tap that into our test of code. 414, and we hit verify. Congratulations! This is the correct code.
That's awesome.
Did you understand what I did there?
Yes, I did, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I want to play this on Nightmare so bad.
I'm sure you do.
This is so fun.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. I love like the logicness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a bigger number. I wish it was like 7 numbers.
Oh my gosh, you'd be here all night.
That's okay. It just reminds me of those logic puzzles, and I don't know. I have a lot of fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play competitive with you. I know I wouldn't do too well. I think you're actually really.
You're way
good
too
at this.
competitive to lose at a game like this.
No, I think you would do so well. But I think it would be kind of fun to do it competitively.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, we were playing on an easier setting.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are a bit more advanced.
Yes.
So if you play the harder difficulty, you're going to get cards like this.
That's awesome.
Which are a bit more crazy in terms of questions. So depending on your chosen difficulty level, you can make it harder than this. You can kind of have it at the same difficulty that we played it at and so on.
Okay.
So there you go, folks. That was another quick look at the Turing machine. If you guys want to see more playthroughs like this, let us know. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince and Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye, guys.